Hello everyone, my name is Nomis and welcome back to another episode of Project Zomboid. This is not our regular hardcore survival series. This is a one-off special episode just for you guys. I had a comment in the last video, or just in the last day or so, letting me know that today, July 9th, is actually the 25th anniversary of the outbreak of the zombie apocalypse in Knox County. I thought that was a pretty cool observation. I didn't even realize it myself. But as you guys may well be aware, whenever you start a new game, like first week initial infection, it starts on July 9th, 1993. So 25 years today. So I thought I'd put up a little special video. The video that we're going to do today is going to be focused around, we're going to take a look at the new weather system that the guys over at Stone have been working on. The guys and gals. So we are currently, we loaded up a game here in the weather test branch, which is just a temporary test branch that has been up for a couple weeks. I'm not sure how much longer it'll be up for. But let's go ahead and bring up the debug for this. And as you can see here, we got an FX debug here. Climate has been enabled. If we disable that right now, we can play around with some of the weather. So let's hop outside here and let's see what we can... Let's see what everyone's been working on over at the Stone. So, let's see here. We've got wind intensity, wind angle, cloud intensity, fog intensity, precipitation. If you guys have been following the Thursdoid PZ update blogs that Stone puts out, you'll probably have seen a couple videos of this already. But let's go ahead and play around with some of this stuff. So if we take our fog slider here and crank that up, this is something that we can look forward to in future playthroughs once they add this into the base game, or into the I will back up my saves branch specifically. That's where we'll be playing most likely. So if we turn up the fog here, turn up the wind intensity, and then change the wind angle. There we go. We got some moving fog. Pretty cool. Let's crank the fog up here. So I guess like depending on the time of day, you could run into a big fog bank outside your base, which could make going out and looting a little bit more dangerous, because as you can see, it's a little bit harder to see. Now if we go inside, no fog inside. Pretty cool. And we can actually see the weather outside. And if you guys didn't realize, currently the way things are, you can't see weather outside. So you could hear the rain, but you wouldn't be able to see any rain. And right now, rain is the only type of weather that we have in Zomboid. So they've got fog added in here. Pretty cool. Let's turn the fog down. Let's go ahead and take a look at precipitation. So they've got some new rain effects here. Looking pretty good. Once again, no rain inside, but we can definitely see the rain outside our windows. So let's go ahead and play with the angle of the rain here. Maybe turn up the intensity of it, get a full-blown storm going. I'm not sure if we can play around with thunder and whatnot. I don't see any option here for thunder. But you can actually hear some thunder outside my apartment right now, so there you go. So we could crank up some fog in here as well. Have a foggy, rainy day. Maybe really crank up the wind and blast the angle of this. I don't know if you'd ever get sideways rain. That'd be a very intense wind. But there you go. That looks pretty cool. It's kind of hard to see the rain with all the fog. So let's turn the fog down a bit here. And maybe turn down the wind intensity. Yeah, it's a bit too intense of wind. Yeah, pretty cool. We can also change the precipitation into snow. We've never had snow in Zomboid before. So that's pretty cool, hey? Now, I played around with this a little bit, and it's not accumulating on the ground. So that must be a separate system from the actual snowfall. But you guys get the idea here. Let's turn up some fog with this snow. Get yourselves a intense snowstorm. This is something that I've been looking forward to for a while. Because right now it doesn't feel like winter's all that much different. I mean, it's a little bit colder, but having the extra visual effect of snowstorms and that kind of stuff should add a whole new level to the survival experience. One thing I would like to see is snow accumulating on the ground, obviously. And it would be really neat if they could have footprints in the snow. So maybe you can tell which house you've been into recently, or maybe you can see if there's been a horde that's moved through the area recently. I think there's some good possibilities for what they could do here. We've also got a cloud intensity option here. If we crank that up, there you go. You can actually see some clouds moving across the, some shadows moving across the landscape. So what do you guys think of all these new additions that they've been working on in the weather system? I think it's pretty cool. I think it's going to add a whole nother layer to the survival experience in Zomboid. And I kind of just wanted to show you guys what this was all about as a special episode for the 25th anniversary of the zombie outbreak. Let's go ahead and fast forward to night here, because they do have this night vision goggles option. So I kind of want to check that out. But look at this. It looks pretty cool. Let's turn God mode on so we don't starve to death here. Looks pretty cool though. Time lapse. I want to wait till it gets dark. Assuming it will get dark in this mode. We do have options to play around with the color. So if we, can we automatically change it to nighttime? Doesn't really look like it. We can play with the lighting. Oh god. Okay, that's nighttime. Okay, let's turn on our night vision goggles. Oh god. That does not work with all the snow. Alright, let's turn down the snow. Let's turn down the fog. So, I don't know if they're going to actually add in night vision goggles at some point. They might just be playing around with this stuff. But, anyway, it's kind of cool. Let's turn that off. Yeah, so there's night. We can play around with desaturation. So lots of, I assume these are all kind of the options for how they're going to set up the new shaders. But that is quite, you can see it gets quite dark if you have a lot of cloud cover at night. Let's just turn down the cloud cover. That should brighten things up here. Yeah, so pretty cool, guys. Anyway, we will definitely be using the weather system in an upcoming playthrough once it's been added to the I will back up my saves branch. Possibly our next modded playthrough. Maybe our next hardcore playthrough. Not really sure. Leave me your suggestions down below in the comments. Love to hear what you guys think. Thanks a lot for supporting the channel. As always, I appreciate all you guys leaving comments. You guys make me you make me laugh with some of the stuff you guys get up to in the comment section. I appreciate all the love you guys showed to the channel. It means a lot to me. But yeah, enough of me talking away here. This has been a preview of the new weather system that the Indie Stone has been working on. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited too. Until next time, I'll talk to you all later.